Check out the link in the description below and you can find a worksheet that goes along with this lesson. Okay, welcome back to Ukulele Corner. What we're working on is getting to know how to move our open position chords to different parts of the neck. And we're using a system, it's easy to say if it's CAGED, C-A-G-E-D. We're just changing the E to an F for the ukulele to make this a system that works great. So we're looking at open C, A, G, F, and D shapes. Now in order to do these chords, we're often going to have to play a bar chord. So what I want you to practice doing before we start diving into moving the chords around, and the focus of this particular lesson is bar chords. So take your index finger, that's going to be doing the barring in the cases that we're going to look at. You can use other fingers for bars as well, but for just starting out, we're going to use index finger. Now first thing I want you to do, let's play the 3rd fret. Let's play a little bit higher up the neck. We're going to be doing bars at 1st position and moving up, but 3rd position or the 3rd fret. You can place your 1st finger right in the high string. Get your thumb a little bit in front of the finger instead of back here and low down the neck. That's really going to help your bar. First play with your index finger on just one string on that 3rd fret, right next to the fret wire. Then what I want you to do is flatten it so you're just covering 2 strings. The most important thing here is not to lean your hand back like this. You want to be perfectly parallel to the fret. The most common problem in a bar chord that gives a lot of students trouble as they're learning the ukulele is a B flat chord. It looks like this. And the tendency is to have your thumb up really high and your index very far curved back here. The problem is then you're putting the pressure in the back part of the fret instead of right up next to the fret wire. And as I mentioned in the last lesson, our goal is to get right there. So if you line your finger up perfectly parallel and actually up against the fret, you're going to get a nice bar chord sound. And so before we do all 4 strings, just start with 2. Just get comfortable with that. Play those notes. You could actually move other fingers around. Let's say if I go to my 3rd finger, 2 frets higher on either the 2nd or the top string. It's good to get control with your left hand so you can be nice and relaxed. Notice how my pinky is curved, my 3rd finger is curved. I'm not reaching forward for the notes. I'm not at that angle. Just by rotating the forearm forward like that, getting the thumb a little bit more in front. Now try 3 strings. You can always do the note test, just use your thumb. If you get a muffled sound, reposition your finger, make sure you're right up snug against the fret, not on top of it, but right behind it, but you can feel that fret. You're kind of leaning into it a little bit. Make sure your thumb's not up too high. Nice straight index finger, that's the crucial thing. Now try the same exercise with your 3rd finger, now across 3 strings. And I'm playing just the 5th fret, just 2 frets higher. Right hand fingerings could vary, you could just use your thumb or alternate index and middle. We're just trying to get fingers moving. You could play you could play your 2nd finger, 3rd, or pinky. But if you can do that comfortably while your 1st finger it's like it's just resting there. Just nice, gently flat against the strings of the thumb, right there for leverage, slightly in front. Now finally, try to get 4 strings. Perfectly parallel. As you move down, make sure there's going to be a tendency you're going to want to switch back like this. Keep it straight. So that is a very important part of how we then can move chord shapes from open positions, because our 1st finger is going to cover what the open strings are. So let's look at what would happen if we did that with a C chord. Here's C. I'm going to free up my pinky and the 3rd finger, move it to my pinky, so that the 1st finger then actually goes behind the fret wire. It's still a span of 4 frets, you could imagine. Open, 1st, 2nd, 3rd is with the pinky. So the goal here is keeping your pinky curved instead of reaching forward, and keeping, now my index finger is just right up against it's called the nut here, where the strings rest, right by the beginning of the fingerboard. Now if you just move that forward, and then keep your pinky down, now we have a movable shape. This could be moved as a unit all together up and down the fingerboard. And if this is C, 1 fret higher is C sharp, 1 fret higher than that is D, and so forth. So start with just that. Just start by barring 1 string, 2, 3, 4, perfectly parallel. Try to get some tone out of it. Try to add other fingers. You can play just different notes. I'm playing basically a major scale here, starting from the 3rd string. That's a full scale. But the idea is I'm doing it while holding a bar chord down. You could do chromatic scale. All this is just going to really emphasize keeping your index finger in place while the other fingers are moving and not tensing up too much as you move along. So see if, before we dive into moving the chord shapes around, if you can get comfortable with the bar chord. Just the first finger flat across any grouping, 1, 2, 3, or 4 strings. Practice moving it up and down the neck. Let's say we went all the way up to the 7th fret. How about the 2nd fret? How about the 5th fret with the 3rd finger down on the high string? How about the pinky? So as we do these different shapes, we're going to cover different sets of strings. And at Ukulele Corner, as you look at some of the arrangements that I've done for you, you'll see many times above sheet music or tablature, C, the letter C, and then a Roman numeral. That means to do a bar chord. C5, for example, would be a bar chord at the 5th fret. Half C5 would mean to cover half of the strings, just 2. 3/4 at the Roman numeral 5th. At the 5th fret, we cover 3 of the 4 strings, the top 3. So that'll help you to navigate. With each of these different shapes that we're going to look at, you can cover only certain sets of strings to help relax your fingers. So, for example, in A shape, we're only going to cover 2 strings, not all 4. And that's going to make it a lot easier to play. So have fun with your bar chord shapes, and I'll be right back diving into now moving up and down the C shape.